Hey guys, Chris here, and today I want to share with you two little tools that I use to boost productivity a lot. They are completely different in the way they handle the tasks, but combined they make a great improvement in my productivity system. So let's dive in. Okay, first let's talk about the problem. You have a lot of tabs on your Google Chrome. I honestly have just a few right here. Normally I open much more than this in multiple browsers. But let's just use this as an example, okay? So Chrome created a couple months ago, or maybe a year ago, this option to save things in groups. But honestly, they stay here in front of you, and I don't think that's the very best option. You keep wanting to go into these tasks and you keep seeing those tabs. The way I like to face productivity is by defining two ways of handling Google Chrome tabs. First is either you have a lot of tabs that you need to work on right now and you just want to postpone one or two or close one or two tabs for later, which sometimes is okay, but most of the time is not ideal. Or you have to focus in one single task at the moment, which is recommended most of the time, and you need to close everything else, but you don't want to lose them. So let's take a look at two extensions that solves this problem. First extension is Snooze. So I can click here and you can see the name, Snooze tabs and windows for later. So basically what this extension does is, as soon as you click on it, you have the option of snoozing this tab in different time frames. So I can snooze in 1 hour. So right now it's 7 a.m. So this tab would reopen at 8:01 a.m. I can snooze this on next startup. So next time I boot my computer or close and open Chrome, this tab would reopen, resurface again. Or in this morning, or tomorrow morning, or maybe just Saturday. Today's Monday. So maybe just Saturday morning or evening or current time. So you have a lot of options here to reopen this tab later on, so you won't forget it. So you don't need to keep that tab open there on the browser while you're trying to focus on something else, all right? So you avoid it distracting you. Also, one nice thing that this tool has is this option here to repeat. So for example, let's say this tab is something that I need to do every month or every week. You click on repeat and then you can say every morning. So every morning at 9 a.m. this tab will reopen, or every day or every evening. You have options here, or you can even choose a custom interval. For example, open this tab for me on Monday, Wednesday and Friday at mornings, or right now at this time, or you can even set the time here and click snooze. Okay, so this would open this tab for you. All right, so let's close this because I don't want to set this action. But you can see how easy it is to focus on reopening this tab later on and not worrying about closing and then forgetting to come back to this tab, which has something, an article that you need to read, or a task that you need to do, a Google Docs that you need to come back, or a Trello task. Many usages here. And here's the name of the tab that you're looking, okay? Then you also have the option of window. So if I click on window, then whatever I choose here, for example, instead of repeat, let's say open this tomorrow morning, it's gonna close 31 tabs from 21 different websites, because some are the same websites, and it's going to reopen everything, let's say this morning or tomorrow morning. But normally the one I use the most is just specific tab. For example, this YouTube tab, I want to see this tomorrow morning, so I can just click here and do so. Okay, so for example, let me click this. So let's open one video here. Okay, so let's click this video, music for workflow. So I open a new tab and I'm here watching this video, but let's say I want to resume this video tomorrow morning. So I can click here, tomorrow morning, snoozing the tab, gone, and it goes back to my prior tab. Now, if I click on the snooze and click to see sleeping tabs, I have many tabs here that I can see, and each one you can click, send to history, more actions. You can see here to edit the snooze time, duplicate and change time, pause wake ups, or wake up right now, so it reopens the tab. Okay. And there is a little search also. So recurring tabs, today, tomorrow, you have a lot of options here. This is really, really useful. So there's several options here. So for example, let's switch here to this car and bids window. Let's say I want to check some cars on Saturday morning. So I click here and say, bring this back on Saturday morning, 9 a.m., snooze. It's snoozing the tab, gone. That tab will automatically be surfaced back, will open on Saturday morning. If you want to see the tabs that you have that are asleep, you click here and see sleeping tab. So you see right now we have this week, this tab here. It's gonna wake up on Saturday 9 a.m. You can click here to wake up right now. or you can click here to see more actions. You can even edit this news time, duplicate. So let's say I can duplicate this, and I can say, oh, this one I actually want tomorrow morning. So now I have this tab popping up tomorrow morning and also on Saturday. In this case, send to history. Let's remove the tab, and now let's keep going. When you click the extension, you already see that you have these options here that I explained. Another cool option is the repeat option, which does exactly what it says. It brings the tab back on a repeated basis. So for example, let's say you want to check your email every day at 9 a.m. You can choose your email tab instead of this blog that I am. Click on repeat, and you can say every morning at 9 a.m. Or you can come here and choose a custom interval. So let's say bring this tab back from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at, and here I'm gonna say 9 a.m. And then you snooze this tab. So now this tab is gonna come back every day at 9 a.m. So this helps you a lot with productivity, not forgetting your task. If it's a recurrent basis, do this trick. Now I want to cover a little bit of the settings. So when you click on the extension, you can come here and see the shortcuts, okay? So whenever the window comes up, if you hit number 1, it's the top left, number 2, number 3. So let's see here, tomorrow morning, this is gonna be number 5. So we can come here, click the extension and hit number 5 on the keyboard, and it selects that, okay, and then you can just hit enter. So if you use this frequently, the shortcuts might come handy. Now let's explore the settings. So you come to the corner here and click on settings. It opens the dedicated page for its settings. So you can specify morning time. If 9 a.m. is not good for you, you're like an early bird, you can change this to 7, okay? And now every time that you use the extension, the morning is gonna show 7 a.m. So you can tailor the extension to the times that work best for you. So this is really cool that the extension does this. Very useful. Okay, so now we reviewed this extension, which allows you to snooze certain tabs for later. But this is for that 1 or 2 tabs that needs to come back later, or I like to use this for tabs that I set up on a frequent basis. Like every Friday, I review my QuickBooks, my accounting. Every day at 8 a.m. I check my email, and then only in the end of the day and at noon, and you get the gist. So this is how I use this extension. Now another cool extension is this extension here called Session Buddy. So this extension, it's a little bit different. It gets all the tabs that you have open and creates like a session. So it gives it a name. So let's say I have all these tabs open here. I want to close everything and just keep YouTube open, but I don't want to lose them. Instead of go snoozing all the tabs, which then is going to pop up at the same time, or if you snooze everything for tomorrow morning, then you have that mess again tomorrow morning with you. So what do? You come here, and then you have a session. You click save, and let's give it a name. Let's say all these tabs are related to real estate. So I'm gonna say real estate, and let's give it a number 1 and click OK. So now if you look here on the side, it's saved this as real estate. So let's say I come here and I close everything and close all these tabs. So I'm gonna close all these tabs here in my browser, okay? And I just have my YouTube open. Great, now you work on your stuff. Let's say I work on YouTube that I need to work, and now I want to reopen those tabs. I'm done. I focused on my main task of the day, and now I want to go back and reopen those tabs. Instead of just snoozing one by one like I said, you click here, you come to real estate, and then you can say here open. Open 16 tabs in one window, in this window, so you have the option. Or you can even click and open one by one. Let's say first I want to open this car blog search. So you reopen, or you can come here and reopen all 16 tabs, and would reopen for you. Let me go back to the window, but you get how it works. And you can delete one item from the session. So let's say I work the car blog and I'm done with this task. I can delete this, and then you can undo, or you can wait, and this will be saved, and you have your session here. So this extension groups everything in one big session, so you can do things by themes. So let's say you're working on your accounting and business, you can save a bunch of tabs that you need to look later and give it a name. And then you're working on another task, and you can group bigger groups or smaller groups. This extension comes very handy. So I use this in parallel with snooze, and my line on the sand where I define to use one or the other. Snooze is for me when I need to bring one tab back or when I need in a recurrent basis. If I'm gonna snooze a lot of tabs to come back later and I need to focus on that one task, then I just create a session, focus on that task, and then I reopen the session. Okay, so this is how I use it, but feel free to tailor to your best needs. Also, another cool thing that I didn't mention is it automatically saves some of the sessions for you, recorded 12 hours ago, recorded 12 minutes ago, and it doesn't give it a name because it's just a recording time. But you might come back here and say, oh yes, I needed this tab that was here. And if you want, you can just click save, and then you can give a name to this group. If not, you can just delete the groups and just keep the ones that you named. So this is very cool, very handy extension also. So that's it, guys. Wait, notice the magic? New clothing, voila! The extension also changes your clothing. Just kidding. But I hope this is helpful and helps you on organizing your day and making the best of your time, helping you to be more productive. Leave a comment below saying if you like these extensions and if you're gonna use them, or if you already use them and come back here, let me know how good they are for you, okay? Like and follow this channel for more, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!